Hello, how are you? Thank you very much for watching my show. Today we're gonna prepare the cucumber tomato green pepper salad. It's a summer salad, very simple salad. It's made from organic seedless cucumber. I also have some green peppers. You could use red peppers if you'd like, and diced tomatoes. Again, for the sake of time, everybody knows how to dice these things, but I still wanted to let you know that it's a ½ inch dice. You could go smaller than that if you're gonna serve it that same day. If you're gonna actually have it in the vinaigrette, and if it's sitting in the fridge, if it's a smaller cut, next day you wanna serve it, you will not have the entire ingredients, because the actual tomato with the acid of the vinegar, it will dissolve into nothing, okay? So we're gonna start our production today by having olive oil, extra virgin olive oil for our salad, white vinegar, and the portion of a light vinaigrette is 3:1. 3 portions of oil to 1 portion vinegar, okay? I'm gonna use some garlic, and I use fresh garlic for that. Cumin, not cumin seed, but cumin powder. Black pepper. And salt. Okay? This is for the making of our vinaigrette. You want to whisk it until it becomes creamy. Okay? And what I'd like to do before I use my garnish, I'm gonna pour some of these ingredients in. Tomatoes. And my vinaigrette. Now, this being a summer salad, ideally you want to make this ahead of time. Put it in the fridge for about a few hours, and then you can serve it. Very simple. I like to use some romaine lettuce. And I just have some garnishes I'd like to use. And this is the end of my seedless organic cucumber with some slices, very sharp slices, right in the middle. Squeeze. And fan, again, for a background garnish. Voila, our nutritious and delicious Moroccan cucumber salad. Fantastic for our summer salads. Hello, thank you for coming back again. Next dish that we're gonna prepare is gonna be Moroccan fish with charmulla sauce. For the fish, I selected rockfish for the simple fact, it's a wonderful dish in Morocco that we have. This is by far, it's one of the smallest size I could find here in the market, but they can be very large size. I selected this one because it's pretty easy to cook, doesn't take a lot of time. Also, it's very simple and delicious. Right before you select the fish for cleaning, the things you want to look for is the freshness. The eyes have to be clear, you can see. The skin, as you touch the body, it should be firm, not very, very mushy. And also, right under the gills, it has to smell fresh. It has to smell like the ocean. If it doesn't look good, and if it doesn't smell good, I am certainly it's not going to taste good. So, now that you know the tricks, I'd like to, after you skill it, after you clean it, or you have someone clean it for you, what you want to do, you want to do a very gentle slits with a knife, indentation, that go about a 1/4 inch into the meat or the flesh of the fish. You want to do the same thing on the other side. Okay? You put it aside, and we're going to start on the process of making the bed for this fish. Very simple. What I had is red bliss potato, and all I did is I quarter them or cut them in 4 or halves, depends on the size. The reason I want the potato in this dish is because it absorbs all the nutrition that's all these other ingredients from the charmulla. Also, it has a flavor and it carries a flavor. Okay, you want to put the potatoes on the outside part of your pan, and for the bed of the pan or the middle part, I have some carrots, just slices of carrot like this, into the middle part. I will take my fish and sit it right in the middle, just like so. The best part of this dish is actually the making of the charmulla sauce. We'll be right back. Welcome back. For the charmulla sauce, one of the most important ingredients is the saffron. Saffron is a very expensive spice, and the saffron is almost like tiny hairs, but it's not hair. Those are pistils of the actual flower. That takes the flower, in order to cultivate this flower, the life of the entire bulb is 10 years. However, it takes 10,000 of these pistils to make 1 pound. Now you see why it's expensive, okay? And what I'd like to do to intensify the flavors into the fish or the charmulla sauce is to actually have it diluted in water. I'm going to have it sitting in water for a little bit, and I don't want to waste anything in here. So as you see, it's turning yellow, and it gets yellower and yellow to almost the orange color. Okay? In a saucepan, I wanted to mix the following ingredients: olive oil, garlic, and this is crushed fresh garlic, black pepper, paprika, salt, but be very careful in putting salt, because one of the other ingredients that will be used in the charmulla sauce is, again, the preserved lemons, which is salty already. Cayenne pepper to taste. Ginger powder. Okay. And diced tomatoes. I have parsley and coriander mixed together. Okay. A little bit of oil just on top. My lemon, I will take the seeds out. There you go. Now, take a look at the color of this saffron water, how very yellow it is. That's because of the flavor. It's being released in the water. Okay? Now we're going to put this on the stove. So stay with me. As this is simmering, I want to go back to my fish, add some olives, And we're gonna check on our sauce. This sauce will take approximately about 10 minutes to start to render juices and release all the flavors. And that's the intention of all this. This is wonderful that you came back to watch the rest of this recipe. As you see, the charmulla sauce has actually reached a bubbling point, and all the ingredients have actually rendered a lot of the juices. This is wonderful. This is exactly the point we want. At this point, we will nicely do this. And I'd like to put a little bit of the sauce inside the fish as well. Okay, and the rest of the fish will have a nice cover, as well as the vegetables that we have. We need to cover also those. Okay. Okay. I've got some red peppers that I like to use for flavor as well as garnish right on top of this fish. And of course, very thin slices of lemon. The lemon is not really for any other flavor, but the main purpose for it is to actually guard the fish from burning from the top as it's in the oven. I still need a 1/4 cup of water, and it's just barely to cover the bottom of the pan. Now, what we need to do is cover this with foil. And it has to be a tight seal, so there will be no air leaking anywhere to seal the flavors. I'm gonna put this in the oven for about 40 minutes, and we're gonna come back and work on a fantastic dessert. Thank you for coming back. Again, we're gonna try our dessert and we're gonna make it together, so pay attention, okay? The ingredients that we're gonna use for dessert are very simple. Oranges, nectarines, and pineapple will be sauteed together in butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. Again, I use my orange blossom. If you can't, again, find orange blossom, you can use either Grand Marnier or orange syrup, if you like, just a touch of orange syrup. One of the most important ingredients in making this sauce is lime. Lime with sugar and butter, it binds the ingredients together so it's thick, so you don't have to actually add any cornstarch or any other starchy ingredients. This by itself will do it, okay? So what I like to do is put the fruit that we'd like to use first. Starting with some nectarines. I don't like to use peaches because once you saute them together with the ingredients, the skin starts to peel and then it separates. Okay. Okay. My pineapple here. I'm going to keep the top. I'm going to show you later why. Peel the pineapples. Make sure we don't leave any eyes in. And when I say the eyes, is this part here. Okay. Okay? Okay. I'm going to take my butter. And we're going to go to the stove where we're going to actually melt and also saute these ingredients. The other thing that goes on here, brown sugar, and I'm using a light brown sugar, okay? And cinnamon. Now you want this on high heat. For a simple fact, you want it to melt the brown sugar. You also want it to melt the butter. You want to saute the ingredients together, and you want to have all this flavor submerged or sort of blend and marry the other ingredients that you have in here. Okay, maybe this is a good time to check on my fish. Okay. I'm gonna go right here. My goodness. Okay. And look at this. Wonderful. And what I'd like to do is put it in a tagine, which is our representation of the dish. That's the reason this dish is called fish tagine. If you notice, I'm trying to do a couple things at the same time. Reason being is, if you stay in the kitchen more than 1 hour, you're wasting too much time. Okay? One eye on the fish, the other eye on the sauce here. You notice that the sauce is thickening. Okay? As well as the ingredients are blending together. And this is solely done for presentation purpose. You don't have to transfer from one dish to another. Okay. All I'm doing is putting my sauces, my juice, flavors back into the tagine. I don't want to miss anything in here. Voila. And here is your dish right now. Fish tagine. Okay. It's a bubbling point. The sugars are doing great. They melted. There's a great caramel here. Look at see. Almost a syrupy color. Nice flavor, nice aroma, as well as nice color. Wonderful. Fantastic. A little bit of my friend here, orange blossom water. For presentation purpose, we talked about, I'm going to leave this till the end, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Very simple and easy dessert. At this point, I'm going to turn it off. There you go. And we'll present. This dish could be served cold or hot. Preferably hot, but if it's cold, make sure you don't put it in the fridge. Otherwise, the caramel gonna harden on your dish or the ingredients and you won't be able to lift it up. But room temperature is fine. And not necessarily that you have pineapple, you could put any other fruit, of course, except watermelon. Okay? And here's our dessert of nectarine, orange, and pineapple. There you go. And I wanted to go over what we prepared today. We started with the Moroccan cucumber salad, which is cucumber, tomato, and green peppers. Our tagine was rockfish tagine with charmulla sauce, potato, and carrots. And we finished our meal with a dessert that is made from pineapple, nectarines, and oranges. Thank you. Merci et bon appétit.